In Cape Town, South Africa, a multinational summit is taking place. Just as the leaders of various countries gathered together to take a group photo, in the hotel room farther away on the other side of the venue hotel, security personnel from various countries were wiping guns and waiting, but no one noticed that there was a time bomb in the corner of the room, and it was too late when the captain found out. With a violent explosion, the leaders of the countries in the venue were instantly alarmed. The security agents next to the leader immediately tried to open the gate and retreat with magnetic cards, only to find that none of them were recognized. Just when everyone was terrified, a group of heavily armed special forces entered the venue. In the hall, British Prime Minister Ryder saw the special forces coming to the rescue and immediately asked them to lead the leaders of various countries to evacuate, but he did not expect the special forces to suddenly shoot at the personal bodyguards of the presidents. Due to the suddenness of the incident, the personal agents of the leaders of various countries did not have time to react, and many agents were killed. In the chaos, terrorists posed as waiters and locked the gates, leaving everyone trapped in a chaotic shootout between the two sides. U.S. President Hay's sister, protected by her personal bodyguard Manny, looks for an opportunity to escape the chaotic hall. Sister Hay picked up the fire bottle on the ground and threw it in the aisle, and Manny saw the moment to explode it with a single shot. The smoke was filled, and taking advantage of the smoke to distract her vision, Sister Hay escaped through the small door next to her with a few people and commit to the hut next to her. Everyone counted the number of people in the hut, and there were 5 people in total, namely Manny, the personal bodyguard of the U.S. President Haji, British Prime Minister Light, the leader of the International Monetary Fund, Elena, and the wife of the South Korean President, Young-so Manny. Through the crack in the door, it was found that there were terrorists outside, and everyone was in a dilemma. At this time, Young-so suddenly slipped out of the hole in the wall, and everyone fled to the first floor after seeing this. By this time, the terrorists in the hall had taken control of the leaders of many countries, and the terrorist leader who planned the terrorist attack was able to lose his mind. He came to the hall and asked all the leaders to recite and broadcast live according to the scripts he'd written. The South Korean president was unwilling to do so, and Fu Biao immediately cut off the South Korean president's ear, and the others had to read the manuscript as required. After discovering that the President of the United States and the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom had escaped, Fu Biao immediately ordered his subordinates to search for a few people who had escaped in the hotel, and under the command of Manny, secretly opened the hatch at the top of the elevator and climbed into the elevator cabin to hide in order to avoid the terrorists' search. Soon, 3 terrorists entered the elevator and pressed the descent button. When the elevator started, Let's arm accidentally touched the equipment in the elevator shaft and screamed in pain, causing the elevator. At the attention of the terrorists, they pointed their guns at the skylight on the roof of the elevator and prepared to shoot. Seeing this, Hay's sister and Manny jumped from the skylight at the top of the elevator, and then the two sides started a hand-to-hand fight in the narrow elevator room. During the fight, Manny kills one of the terrorists with a short pistol, and then in a fight with another terrorist, both guns are dropped, leaving them to fight brute force in a small elevator. Although Sister Hay has flexible skills, she is quickly at a disadvantage in the face of tall terrorists and is tightly strangled by her neck. At the critical moment, Elena threw down a scarf and put it around the terrorist's neck, and the 3 people on the elevator shaft worked together to lift the terrorist, and Sister Hay took the opportunity to pick up the gun on the ground and fired 2 shots in succession, killing all the terrorists. After taking out the 3 terrorists, Manny and Sister Black pick up the terrorists' guns and begin to search for a new hiding place. When Hay arrives in the kitchen and finds several South African agents tied up in a corner, she takes advantage of the terrorists' turn to throw a kitchen knife on the cutting board to one of the agents. The male eye is quick and quickly hides the knife behind him. When the terrorists heard a noise in the kitchen, they searched in 2 directions. When a terrorist looked in the corner of the kitchen, he found that the tap water in the sink had run to the ground. Throw it on the stagnant water ground where the power is connected by the wires and corona it. Just as the terrorists were surprised, Manny suddenly burst out and hugged him, and the 2 scuffled. But the other party didn't take Hay's sister in her eyes. Approaching step by step, Hay's sister instantly shot the other party in the thigh, and the other party put down the gun. But while Hay's sister was unprepared, the terrorist knocked her down with a punch, picked up the gun on the ground, and limped to find Hay Jie. Hay Jiao threw it with a spoon when she was dodging, attracting the attention of the terrorists, and then rushed out from behind and smashed the gas head with a frying pan. After eliminating the terrorists, Hay immediately used a knife to cut the rope that bound the South African agents. At this time, the terrorist who woke up from the ground picked up a pistol and prepared to shoot at the black sister. Manny arrived just in time to block the bullet with his body, and the South African agents immediately threw sharp knives and hit the terrorists. Although Manny is injured, he's still able to walk. For the president's safety, Manny and several people went to the underground garage to look for the army. The number 1 and the others quickly found Army 1. When Hay was about to drive the Army 1 away, the voice of mourning came over the intercom. She was beating Hay Ji's husband, Lao Hay, and threatening to shoot her husband and children if she did not return to the hall. For the sake of her relatives, Sister Hay had to leave Army Number 1 and let Elena drive Army Number 1 to lead the others away. And Manny, who woke up from a coma, found that Sister Hay was leaving and immediately jumped out of Army 1 to fin Sister Black out of his duty as a personal bodyguard.